Hello travellers, and welcome to our planning vlog for our upcoming trip to Disney World and a Disney cruise. Today we're going to go through all our plans, our flights, accommodation, cruise, things we've booked, all that good stuff. And in honour of that, I'm wearing my Stitch t-shirt. Yeah. So we are flying with Virgin Atlantic from Heathrow to Orlando. It's the Saturday flight and it's in the afternoon, but it's quite late. It's about 4 p.m. and the flight time is long, over 10 hours, which seems longer than we've had before, but we'll see. So we don't land until about 8ish Florida time. We are lucky enough that we've saved up our Virgin Air miles though, and so we are flying in upper class. So hopefully we'll be able to get a bit of rest on the way. We are there for 2 weeks in total, including the cruise and the stay. And we will be flying back at a better time. The flight leaves, I think, around 5. So it gives us the morning in the parks at least. So accommodation-wise, we always stay in a hotel on the night prior to the flight, and this time we are trying the Ibis Style. It's a new one that we've not tried before. It looks pretty cool from the pictures though, and it's only for one night, and it was a bargain. £60 for the night, so can't argue with that too much. We have meet and greet parking on the Friday night. What we normally do is drop our stuff at the hotel and then pop the car over to them. And in the past, they've been good enough to drop us off back at our hotel because it's just around the corner, which is good. It is weird having someone else drive you around in your car though, so it's a bit strange. And we do that because with our upper class seats, there is actually the upper class wing, and you can't use like the meet and greet parking and get up to there. So we get an Uber across or a lift. Not a lift, not in the UK anyway. We get an Uber across and they drop us off up there. And it's just a really nice experience and an awesome way to start the holiday. We have a split stay with a cruise in the middle. We are renting DVC points off of a friend for the first night and staying at the Polynesian for 2 nights, sorry. We're really excited about that one. We stayed there for 3 nights back in January 2022 and it was amazing. It is also our home DVC resort, which we've only just bought. We haven't actually got to use our points yet. That's coming next September, so stay tuned for that series. We are heading to Mickey's very Merry Christmas party on the Sunday night, and we wanted a resort that was nice and close, so we don't have to fight back through Disney transportation or get a bus back to the resort. And we were lucky enough that our friends had some points they didn't use this year and were happy to rent out. So instead it will just be a short monorail or boat ride, or even a walk, but we probably won't be filling up to the walk at that time. When we get back off our cruise, we are staying at Caribbean Beach Resort for 8 nights. We really like this resort. We stayed there a number of times, 3 or 4 times now, I think. And since the skyline has been opened, it just makes it that much better. So much easier to have an alternative way to get to some of the resorts. So Skyliner to Epcot and to Hollywood Studios. You might just see that Sherlock, our cat, has come in to see what I'm up to. Yeah, okay. So yeah, also having the Riviera Resort within walking distance is brilliant because we can go up there for their quick service restaurant, for their cafe, which is amazing as well. And also, if we wanted to book it, which we've done in the past, is breakfast at Topolino's Terrace is amazing. So it's handy having that within walking distance. We've booked this on direct via Disney on a Disney promotion, so we're actually getting $600 in dining and merchandise credit and a $200 gift card. So I mean that's really good. We're really happy with that, and that was gonna make it a little bit easier to eat the food that we want and not worry about the cost of it. So our cruise, we are on a 4-night, very merry time Bahamian cruise on the Disney Wish. If you've seen our previous series, you'll know we've been on Disney cruises before. This will be our 3rd Disney cruise, but it's actually our 24th cruise in total. We've been on a number. We absolutely love them, and a variety of cruise lines. We've actually got another one planned for next year already in May on Anthem of the Seas, and that's going from Southampton. So again, stay tuned and to see more of that one. The cruise stops at Nassau in the Bahamas and Castaway Cay. So these are that's Disney's private island. These are 2 places that we haven't been before. But we haven't booked any excursions. So in Nassau, we're just thinking of walking around town. There's a couple of kind of touristy spots and sightseeing bits that are close by. But if you have any other recommendations, please drop them in the comments down below. We'd love to hear other people's views of somewhere to eat, maybe grab a drink and things to do around town. On Castaway Cay, we're just going to chill out, relax on the beach. I think that's our last day on the cruise as well. That's day 3. We've got some snorkels that we'll take, and so we might do a bit of snorkeling. In fact, I'm really excited about seeing the statues that they've done. They've got like a Prince Eric statue and some other bits and pieces. So looking forward to that. We booked some dining on the ship, so we've got Paulo brunch on the sea day, and we've got Enchanté, I can't say that properly, which is the kind of tasting menu French restaurant inspired by Beauty and the Beast on one of the evenings as well. So there's a lot of things to get excited for as well on the ship, like the Aqua Mouse, which is the Aqua Coaster, which looks awesome. I've also written a list of things that we want to do on the first day. Some of you may have been on cruises, some of you may have been on Disney cruises before as well, and some things sell out really quick or get booked up, or you need to get your requests in quite early. So things like the spa with the rainforest room, which is like the thermal suite, can sell out really quickly. And also if you have any special dining requests, like you want to change dining time, or you would like a table with just 2 people on or something like that, you've got to get those requests in early to get the best chance of getting them anyway. Tickets wise, we've got 14-day tickets as part of the package to Disney World. We're not going to go to Universal on this one. Sorry, the screen's going to sleep. There you go, I've got it. We're not going to Universal this time, just because it's a shorter time in Florida for us with the cruise, and it will be quite a bit of extra money. But unfortunately, our Disney tickets don't start until we get back off the cruise. And that is why we booked the Very Merry Christmas Party for the Sunday that we get there. We just figured it was a better use of the time, make more sense anyway, ticket-wise. We are going to get a little bit tired, I'm sure, on that first full day there, and we're going to be staying up till midnight, 1 AM, so we'll see how we get on. And we got those party tickets from Attraction Tickets Direct. So transportation, we don't tend to hire a car when we go to Florida. We Uber and Lyft most places, and it seems to work out better for us. Hire cars are so expensive now too. So we use the buses, monorails, boats, Skyliner, our feet. We'll walk around lots of places to get around most of the time, and just use those Ubers to maybe head to the shops, the mall, the outlets, or to kind of like Walmart or somewhere along those lines. We've got Disney transfers booked for our cruise because they get you on the ship a little bit earlier as well. And every minute counts on these shorter cruises, only 4 nights, so we want to make the most out of it. So we've booked all our park reservations already, but I'm not going to go into that because as of the 9th of January next year, so 2024, it's not going to matter anymore. You won't need to use them for anyone with date-based tickets, which is pretty much everyone except annual pass holders and I think cast members. So we won't go into those details. Dining-wise, we've got a number of bookings already. I always go into planning thinking that we won't want to have a sit-down meal every day, and then end up looking through the lists of where we want to eat and go, well, I want to eat there, I want to eat there. And then we often end up with one pretty much every day. The amount of food that you get if you eat at a sit-down restaurant every day, that's just too much for us. So we're probably just going to try and stick it to every other day or so. Anyway, on this trip, we have breakfast in Whispering Canyon. We got some lunches in Rodeo Roundup Barbecue at Hollywood Studios, Sanaa at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and La Crêperie in Epcot. We haven't eaten at any of those before, so really looking forward to all of those. Dinners wise, we have Sci-Fi Dine-In at Hollywood Studios. We have eaten there before, but not for many years, so looking forward to that. We've got Sebastian Bistros at our resort, Caribbean Beach Resort, San Angel Inn at Epcot, and Haleo at Disney Springs. We're undecided on San Angel Inn though, so if you have a thought either way, let us know whether it's good, bad, or not, or maybe just one to drop if we have to drop one of them. We've also got a reservation for Oga's Cantina, so I'm really looking forward to that. Really enjoy it in there. I remember that being a super tough one to get before, but 3 weeks out, I got a booking for 5 people, so it's definitely got easier. We've got some friends coming out at the same time as us, so they'll be joining us for that one. Otherwise, I have my lists of must-do snacks, must-eat quick service restaurants, and I always write a list of savoury options for breakfast in each of the parks. It's easy to grab a donut, grab something sweet or something along those lines, but often for breakfast we want something a bit more savoury, and they're harder to find around the parks. And when you're getting a bit hangry in the mornings, you don't want to be sat trawling through My Disney Experience looking at different menus, trying to find somewhere that's open or somewhere that does a breakfast. So I've got a little list, and those are kind of the go-to places that we would like to eat breakfast at. So yeah, but I am a planner and I enjoy doing that kind of things, so it's not for everyone. Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes, we haven't made up our minds at the moment. We'll probably play it a bit by ear and see how the parks are for the first couple of days. We've tried to plan for avoiding the crowds, so like hitting Magic Kingdom on a party day, avoiding Epcot at a weekend, although the rides aren't normally too busy, but the crowds going around the world can be manic. We've used Genie Plus a couple of times in the past and didn't find it particularly great for us, but that just may have been the way we were using it. So that's the plans for our holiday. I'm so excited. It's only been about 22 months. We went in January 2022, so nearly 2 years now since we last went. But I'm so excited about this trip, and recording this video has just made me even more excited. So that's really good. There are only now 18 days left or so as of recording this video, so it's really not long. But I want your opinion. Is there anything we've missed? Is there anything we should rethink maybe? You're not sure about the plan? Leave comments down below and let us know. I'll also be trying out Instagram for the first time on this trip, so please follow along on there too if you want to keep a bit more up to date, because that'll be a bit more kind of live than these vlogs, which will go up later. So it's the same tag on Instagram, so it's BritsAbroad22. Should be a little thing coming up hopefully telling you where to find that. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to follow along with our trip. Happy travels! So just going through a couple of bits that we're packing. I always take a couple of these carabiners, just because they make it a little bit easier. Like, yeah, clip. Like this is great for resort mugs, clipping on the side of bags and things like that. Or, you know, if you've got a lot of shopping bags, you can hook it through that. It just makes it more comfortable to carry. This is our park bag. It's got a side pocket for a water bottle, as well as like the front pocket where you put, like, you know, mints and stuff like that in it. Hey Sherlock, just come to say hi. You don't like it when we pack, do you? Hello. Some of the other bits and pieces. I've got a whole bag of gadgets that I'm taking, just because I love to have a gadget handy. But I've also got a 3D printer, and so I've printed a couple of mounts for the action camera. So this is one that kind of goes through a shoulder strap, so you can have like a hands-free kind of camera and just mounts on top. And then there is also this one, which is to go on the side of a like a helmet, like a scuba diving helmet or something along those lines. Not scuba diving helmet, you know, snorkel mask. That's what I was looking to say. Just again, so you can use the camera easily without having to hold it in your hand. We've got a chest strap, a hand strap, all sorts of straps basically for the GoPro and things like that. This is one of the most useful things to take on a cruise. I know a lot of people like to use the lanyards to hold their cruise cards, but this one is just one of those phone cases just with a little like simple wallet on the back of it. So you can easily slide 2 or 3 cards in the back here, because realistically I'm going to be carrying my phone with me anyway, so having it with the cards in as well just makes it that much easier. Also got this super handy charger, so this is like a power pack. So it's the standard kind of power pack where it's got a USB and a USB-C port on it, but also for an iPhone it's a MagSafe one, so it's super easy just to drop it on the back of your phone like that, and then it starts charging. You can't quite see that. Well, it just starts charging your phone and sticks to the back like a magnet. Got this off Amazon, I think it was like 20 quid, but it just makes it easier to charge your phone as you're going around. So it's that packing time. We've done all right, although we've got a lot of stuff. I don't understand why we pack so much stuff. So we've actually got 3 suitcases worth of all, which way is it? Of all this stuff. Luckily we get 2 suitcases each, so it's not a problem, but we're having trouble fitting everything into even these 3 suitcases, but I'm sure we will make it in eventually. So a couple of little bits and pieces that we always pack. Oh, don't mind the Disney Lego castle, there's a lot of Lego around the house, but a couple of little bits and pieces that we find really useful when we're going on holiday. Some of them are little air tags, so we put one of these in each suitcase so that we know if it's got on the plane with us for a start, but if we lose it anywhere we know where we can find it, so that's good. If you're ever going on a cruise, magnetic hooks are your friend. Okay, so not a lot of cruise cabins have enough kind of hooks and storage space and things like that, but the walls are all magnetic, so these little hooks, you can buy them in different strengths, but these particular ones will hang like coats off them, towels and things like that. It just gives you a bit of extra room where to store things. We've also got one of these pack away duffel bags. We actually got this one in Florida a few years ago when we bought a little bit too much stuff, but it's just super useful, so we're going to take it with us, and then on the way back, if we've bought too many souvenirs, we can just unpack that and chuck it in there. This came from one of our cruises earlier this year. It's just a little waterproof pouch, but it just lets you put a bit of cash in here, cash and cards and whatnot, bits that you might need when you're sitting on the beach, but that you don't want to leave on the beach when you go into the water. So it just keeps everything nice and safe and secure. Can't do it back up though. That's not, one-handed job. There we go. Good. Then tea bags. Always important to take tea bags. So we've got some Earl Grey, some fruit teas, and some decaf Earl Grey as well. If we want a cup of tea in the evening, but we do like a cup of tea, so we've got to take those with us. And then these shorts. These are a new invention. I think these are a new purchase. I think I might have mentioned them on the September series. This is our photo frame, by the way. I think I might mention. So these are from Randy Cow, I think the company is called. Yep. They're doing all sorts of funky patterns, but the coolest thing about them is they have a waterproof pocket. So they have this double magnetic closure pocket, which is enough to fit. I've got an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it's enough to fit this phone inside it, and it keeps it dry even when you're swimming around and things like that. And again, I know the iPhones are supposed to be waterproof and stuff, but it just gives you a little bit of extra confidence that nothing's going to happen to it. So this is pre-travel day. It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, Saturday we fly. So we are just finishing up a bit of packing now. We are driving down to my mother-in-law tomorrow. She's going to look after Sherlock. Sherlock, who is currently lording over the bags. Hello. You can't come with us, unfortunately. You're going to go stay with Nanny, though. There you go. So we're going to drive down to drop off Sherlock, and then tomorrow evening we're at the airport hotel, as you saw earlier in the video. So we'll be driving back up, hopefully dodging rush hour, to chill at the hotel and grab some dinner somewhere. but you'll see that in the first week's vlog. Right, a couple of last minute bits to do, tidying up around the house because no one wants to come back to a messy house, and last bits of packing, so I'll catch you in a bit. Right, and just like that, we are packed. 3 suitcases, 1 carry-on, my rucksack is downstairs, ready to be loaded up into the car for pre-travel day.